Hello, everyone. Welcome to our Shreem Brzee chanting here on what is it? It's Tuesday, the 19th of May, 2020. My name is Sucharita for all of those of you who don't know me. And for those of you who do, you know that we are going to be on a fun-filled adventure today, as we do every day since we started this chanting group. It was way back in April 5th. And Dr. Ply had wanted us to provide a service for everyone to come and get rid of their fears, get rid of anxiety, get rid of all the negative congested energies that are coming up from within us as we're in isolation, lockdown due to COVID-19. And it's a global pandemic phenomenon. So it's real for everyone and no one is exempt. We are all experiencing the fallout of it. And now, as Dr. Ply has shared, he wants us to dive deep into the communion with Shreem Brzee, the goddess who will bring health, wealth, prosperity, peace, and enlightenment to the earth plane, because we really need it. We don't know. It's such uncertain times. We don't know what's going to happen. And with uncertainty, it stirs up a lot of frustration, anger, depression. We're like a deer in headlights. We don't know what to do. And then everyone is changing their social behaviors and with all these different rules and regulations, keeping a social distance. It's leaves us to be apprehensive about what it's going to be like when we get back to regular life, and what is that regular going to be? What's the new normal going to be? So there are just all these question marks and doubts and worries and unnecessary hypothetical situations. Whenever we hypothesize, it's not reality. As Dr. Ply has mentioned in the past few YouTube sessions, and as well as Facebook and Instagram, we got to go check those out because they're really powerful. They're charged with a great message, although they're also supercharged with spiritual transmission. So that's what will help to diffuse our anxiety, to diffuse our worry, to diffuse everything that is unknown or unknowable. We don't know what is going to happen. So with that unknown, it's a great state to be spiritually, because then we're out of the way. We can't say, oh, this is exactly how it's going to roll out. And then when it doesn't, we're a little bit upset. Our best laid plans got a glitch in the matrix, or obstacles, or setbacks, or delays. So here, we don't know if we're set back. We don't know if we're delayed. We don't know if this is a real challenge for us, because until we go through it, until we get back into our everyday life, on a global sense, we won't know what is really, why this has happened. What is the message from the divine? So being on this spiritual path with Dr. Ply, we do know this is giving us an opportunity to build prosperity consciousness, to build peace, to cleanse our brain, just give it a rest. Dump all the stuff that we've absorbed from our environment. Maybe we're isolated with people we don't normally spend 8 to 10 hours a day with because they're off doing their work or school or whatever it is. And then we come together only for a couple of hours, and then it's off to bed, and then it starts all over again. So now we're being quite forced to interact with people, even though they may be our loved ones, family members, and so on, friends even, and then being separated from our support groups because we can't be in close proximity to them. We can't go off and do fun things and distract ourselves and from all our problems. So it's right in our face. We are right in our own face. And we are facing all the stuff that we've been afraid of. We've been facing all the stuff we've been angry about or frustrated about. Or we have looked at our life and said, wow, this is pretty amazing that I created this. How do I uncreate it? So Shreem Brzee will do that. It will break down that which we have created, which is no longer serving us. So it doesn't mean that you destroy everything. It's just that we're on pause, where the divine has hit the pause button. The world has too. So this is a great opportunity to now explore different ways that we can create a better reality moving forward, with our relationships, with our businesses, or our jobs, or it can be with our social circle of friends, with our family members, loved ones, and so on. And especially our health. So today, being a Tuesday, the overlord is Mars, the planet Mars. It's a warrior planet. It wants to burn everything up that is no longer serving us. The overlord of Mars is Lord Muruga, and Muruga is the god of the third eye. He will activate all the 6 parts of our brain. So, and that includes the midbrain. That's why he's called the god of the third eye. And as the Kundalini energy is coming up the spine and rocking all the chakras, or activating those psycho-spiritual centers or wheels, they're all the same. And what happens is as each chakra starts to spin or starts to expand, it dumps anything that isn't serving us. And then at the same time, it builds the consciousness that we're putting into it. So if we're putting Shreem Brzee into the chakras and into the different body parts, then we, from head to toe, can be Shreem Brzee. And Mars and Muruga today on a Tuesday, being that energy of today, they can really support that process by protecting us from enemies, diseases, debts, litigation. So all those thoughts that are associated with those kinds of things or situations in our life, or issues that we're facing, or we have in the past, and then those memories are coming back to us and they're haunting us. We just want them gone. We want all that congested energy to be diffused. So Lord Mars, Lord Muruga will do that, help us to be stable, really strong inside of ourselves, create that landing pad, as we call it. And then we can even visualize Lord Muruga's veil. His veil is a spear or a lance. And I have one here always. So the spear or lance, you can imagine all the chakras being aligned on the shaft of the lance. And then this part of the lance, the head of the lance, is the third eye. So you can see that the Kundalini energy is going to raise up, and then it's going to activate the third eye. And then when it does that, the tip pierces the top of the skull, and then the energy gets dispersed into the space. And then at the same time, it allows all the divine beings to come in and bring the consciousness of health and wealth and happiness and peace, prosperity, enlightenment. So we can imagine this, and during the preliminary meditation, the foundational meditation that we will do together for a few minutes to get settled from whatever it is that we've done today and anything that we've picked up, we can just toss that aside and then really focus creating this great foundation, and then bringing in the chanting practice. So we also have a Ashwini star, and a Ashwini star is associated with Ketu, which is a spiritual energy and helps us to detach from all that negativity. So a lot of us know, nobody has to tell us what our problems are. We know it's haunting us and it's bothering us all the time. And especially in meditations, because it comes out of nowhere and you think that you've dealt with it. So Ketu will help to detach you from that energy and from those thought forms, and you just see them like clouds, maybe popping or floating away. And then the overlord is of Ashwini stars, associated with the Ashwini star is Ganesha. And Ganesha is the gatekeeper of the Kundalini energy at the base of the spine. It makes sense because he's the god of success. People think he's the king of obstacles, as it is quite frequently mentioned by Dr. Ply. He's also the king of success, or the god of success. He wants us to already have success ahead of time so that we just step into our life. So he is the gatekeeper of the lower chakras. He will open up the energy so that the Kundalini can move up, rock the chakras. And then he is also the gatekeeper of the third eye. So he's the brother of Muruga. So you're going to have brothers working together inside of us, building that runway or the landing pad for the divine to come in inside of us, and then keep us steady and keep us focused and keep us in that state of success. It's going to dump a lot of karma as well, because Lord Muruga is the god of the karma. He gets rid of really bad karma, like enemies, diseases, debts, litigation, and so on. And then he also helps you with relationships. So bickering and fighting and just terrible relationships. You can call on Lord Muruga and he'll bring healing energy. He'll heal the body. He'll heal the finances. He'll heal your relationships and so on. And then he will also help us to stay in the third eye and be on fire, because he is associated with planet Mars, and Mars is fire. So we will, anything that is disturbing us, it will be burned away with this fiery energy of Tuesday, Lord Muruga's day, Ashwini star. It's a great star to start new things, and then also reap the benefits down the road. And it will be like everything's going really fast. It's a healing energy. And then with the 13th waning moon, it's a pradosham time, which is a great time to get rid of debts, anything that you're indebted to. So anyone or anything you're indebted to, that energy can leave you, such that ways will come to you. These ideas will come to you on how you can come out of that debt. So the gods and the goddesses are there to help us. They're there to light the way. We got to do the work. And then the miracles will happen where it won't be too hard to work at it. The miracle will happen when Shreem Brzee gives us direction. Shreem gives you direction or your goal. It's goal oriented. That's what the word means. And the energy is there. So saying the sound, you unlock the secrets of getting direction. You know what you're going to do next. You're not groping in the dark. You are right there at the right place at the right time, thinking, saying, and doing the right thing. And then when you take that step, all the opportunities open up. The doors open up that were not open before. Then Brzee. Brzee is the sound. It's the highest vibrating sound of wealth consciousness on the planet and on other realms as well. So it is going to get birthed into us because it is our birthright. This is the time where Vishwamitra, the great saint who meditated for 1,500 years or more than that even, he gave that sound to Dr. Ply, and this is the time, 2020. It's going to support peace and prosperity. So thanks everyone for joining. Now that we have more people here, we'll get settled in. So you can be shutting off your phone or close off your door. Try to be in a state of receptivity as much as possible. There are people who say, well, I've got to do other work and I just listen to you as I'm going along, and I still feel the energy. I feel Dr. Ply's energy coming through and the group energy. So that's great. If if you're driving, maybe you want to pull over, because you can get into a bit of a trance dance state. You can have some water for those people who are new to chanting. You can chant aloud along with me, or you can just do some internal chanting. So japa is chanting out loud. Ajapa is chanting internally. You can do a combination. You can fall asleep completely. As some people have said, I fall asleep and then I wake up, something wakes me up, and then I feel so refreshed. I feel like the God has blessed me while I was dozing off, and I would just hear your voice. I was kind of in this this altered state, half awake, half asleep, and maybe even like a lucid dream. So whatever you're doing, some people stretch, some people do a little bit of yoga or some Tai Chi moves, very gentle stretching. And some people rock because they feel the energy and it's so overwhelming. And then people feel heat. So please have some water next to you so that you can cool off, or you need to take a drink if your throat gets dry. So without further ado, let's get into our foundational meditation. So closing your eyes and putting your attention internally, we're going to be focusing on the base of the spine and also the legs, even down into the feet and toes, and feel the ground where your feet are placed. Again, you can be sitting and cross-legged, Padmasana, you don't have to. You can just be having your feet on gently placed on the floor. Maybe you can cross at the ankles. When you cross your ankles, then it grounds the energy. So you can try different things. We'll call on Ganesha to remove the obstacles, reddish orangish light pouring down your legs into your feet and toes. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Nirvignam Kuru Kuru. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Nirvignam Kuru Kuru. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Nirvignam Kuru Kuru. Now imagine a ray of light shooting up your spine, piercing all the chakras stacked on top of one another. This light pierces the chakras, goes up through the skull and into the space. Up, up, up. Your tensional energy is high in the space. It's like an SOS sending it out to the divine to come and support you. Establish your Wi-Fi connection with the divine. We'll activate the chakras and imagine them breathing in and out. So chakra breathing. Base of the spine. Move up to the heart center, middle of the chest. Move up to the throat, clear the throat. Move up to the middle of the brain, the third eye. Om. Float your attention back down to the base of the spine and the legs. Connect with the earth element. Na, 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 na. Move into the navel, the belly. Fill it with water. Ma, 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 ma. Move up to the chest, the heart chakra, and also the arms and hands and fingers. Set them on fire. She. Move up to the throat, the nostrils, the mouth. Connect with the air element or the prana, the subtle air. Va, 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 va. Now move into the eyeballs. Keep them steady. Focus on the right and left brain. Connect with the ether, the akash, or space. Ya, 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 ya. Now, imagine Dr. Pillai appearing before you in a form you're familiar with or a light. Receive two beams or rays of light piercing your eyeballs, filling them up with spiritual transmission to diffuse your stubborn karma in your eyes, coming from Dr. Pillai's eyes. Another beam of light enters your third eye from Dr. Pillai's third eye. Feel the forehead pierce that spot where the two eyebrows meet. Activate the pituitary and the pineal gland, the third eye. Om Dram Dattatreya Shiva Baba Namaha. Om Dram Dattatreya Shiva Baba Namaha. Om Dram Dattatreya Shiva Baba Namaha. Now Vishwamitra appears next to Dr. Pillai, the saint who can activate Brzee consciousness in every cell of your being. Receive two rays of light piercing your eyeballs. Another ray of light pierces your third eye, coming from his eyes and his third eye. Feel Brzee awakening, vibrating in your cells. Om Vishwamitraya Namaha. Om Vishwamitraya Namaha. Om Vishwamitraya Namaha. Now, put your attention in your third eye. See a flame. This flame has the intensity of millions of suns burning, purifying the karma, opening you up to higher dimensions beyond this third dimensional plane. Feel the fire, see the fire, feel the pineal breathing, stoking the fire in the third eye. We'll call on Lord Murugan to activate the process of burning your karma, Maya, and ego. Murugan Kumaran Guhan. 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 Now Muruga's lance or veil appears in your third eye in the flame. Allow the veil now to expand so that the head of the veil is your third eye, the shaft is your backbone, all the way down to the bottom of the spine. Feel the intensity burning the karma inside of you, and then giving you healing energy, protection, joy, awakening. Om Saum Saravanabhavaya Namaha. Om Vetrivel Subramanyaya Namaha. Now, put your attention on your throat. Imagine a laser beam of blue light piercing your Adam's apple. From in front of you, this beam enters your throat, fills your neck with blue light, the throat with blue light, the shoulders, the chest, the upper back, even the hands and arms are filled with blue light. Tiranilkantam makaro Shivaya Namah. 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 Feel the weight of your heavy karma being diffused. Feel the lightness in the throat, the shoulders, the back, the chest, the arms and hands. Bring your attention now to your third eye. See the flame. Take note of these divine beings who will be supporting your practice. We'll begin. Put the light in the third eye and the sounds Shreem Brzee. Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee. The light explodes beyond the third eye in all directions. Shift dimensions. Go beyond this third dimensional plane. Allow the light to guide your subtle bodies. Seek out peace and prosperity and healing energy. Now move your attention to the back of your head. Tuck your attention underneath the skull and inside of the brain, in the middle and back part of your brain. Allow your intuition to guide you to the cerebellum, the mini brain that allows the entrance of all divine beings to come through the back door. Enliven all those neurons packed in the cerebellum. Light up the pathway. Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee. Allow the light in the cerebellum to explode in all directions. Shift dimensions. Now put your attentional energy on your brain. The front of the brain, the sides of the brain, the back of the brain, the top of the brain, and inside the middle of the brain. All the neurons are firing, literally lighting up the brain. Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee. The light explodes beyond the brain in all directions. Shift dimensions. Now pour your attentional energy into your nostrils. Send 2 rays of light up each nostril. Where they meet on the forehead, they'll activate the pituitary, the pineal, the third eye, and the subtle body. Keep your attention on the nostrils. Where they meet, light it up. Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee. The light explodes beyond the nostrils, the third eye, in all directions. Shift dimensions. Now put your attentional energy into your mouth. Feel the light and the energy expanding in the mouth, the cheeks, on the inside of the mouth, the teeth, the tongue is lit up, the back of the throat are vibrating with the light and the sounds. Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee. Feel the light exploding beyond the mouth in all directions. Shift dimensions. Pour your attentional energy into your throat. Once again, receive a blue light, a laser beam of blue light coming from outside in front of you, piercing the throat at the Adam's apple, going deep into the throat, filling the neck, the shoulders, the upper back, the chest, all the way down. The arms, hands, and fingers are filled with blue light. that heals the body, mind, and soul. The cells are vibrating with vitality. The stubborn karma is flying away. Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee. Allow the light to explode in all directions, taking the stubborn karma with it, dumping it into the ether to be recycled. Shift dimensions. Pour your attentional energy down your throat, the windpipe, the bronchial tubes, the lungs. Get lit up all the way down to the bottom of the lungs. Release any negative, congested energies, thought forms, emotions, memories that are sucking the life out of you. You can't even breathe freely and easily. Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee. The light explodes beyond the lungs in all directions. Shift dimensions. Now bring your attention up to your eyeballs. Fill them with light. The light of millions of suns burning the karma that you see every day, so the soul can shine through and give you heaven on earth consciousness. Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee. The light explodes beyond the eyeballs in all directions. Shift dimensions. Put your attentional energy into your ears. Pierce your eardrums with beams of light coming from outside, inside of the ears, piercing the eardrums, filling the inside of your head with light. So much light that your face heats up. Your scalp tingles, your brain is on fire. The hairs on your head are light, radiating out into the aura all around your head. Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee. The light explodes beyond the head in all directions. Shift dimensions. Now pour your attentional energy into the body, the trunk of the body, the torso, front, back, sides, and move your attention inside. Light up the organs, the heart, the lungs, the stomach, the spleen, the pancreas, the liver, gallbladder, the intestines, all the way into the pelvic region, reproductive organs, organs of elimination, the kidneys, adrenals are lit up, diffusing or releasing poisons, toxins, and rejuvenating, revitalizing with the light and the sound. Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee. The light explodes beyond the torso in all directions, shift dimensions. Now pour your attentional energy down the legs, into the feet, the toes, even into the ground. Stabilize your practice, all this divine light and sound vibration. Feel the energy in the legs. Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee. The light explodes beyond the legs in all directions. Shift dimensions. Now put your attentional energy in the lower chakras. Light them up. Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee. Allow the light to explode in all directions. From the lower chakras, shift dimension. Move into the middle of your body, the middle of the subtle body, the middle chakras. Trust your intuition to take you there. Light them up. Breathe through the chakras. Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee. The light explodes from the middle chakras in all directions. Shift dimensions. Of that, our chakras. Light them up. Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee. Allow the light to explode beyond the chakras in all directions, shift dimensions. Now for our final round, we'll focus on the aura from the top of the head, just above the head. Feel the aura light up, surrounding the whole body all the way down to the feet. Scan the body with light and the sounds. Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee. Allow the light to explode beyond the body in all directions. Shift dimensions. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Peace to the body, peace to the mind, peace to the soul. Peace to the environment, peace to the world, peace to the universe. And just let go. You can keep your eyes closed. Take note of how you're experiencing this process of bringing in peace and prosperity, enlightenment. Through the grace and blessings of Dr. Pillai, everybody here supporting the space, creating the space, the opening for all the divine beings to come and support the practice. Pray for whatever it is that you want to manifest with this energy that's available. Pray for anyone you know who is suffering in any way. A special prayer to those in India. It's forecasted that a huge cyclone is brewing. We can call on the divine to redirect it or divert it to keep people in India safe. And anyone else in the world or any other place that is impacted by wars or natural calamities, that everyone be protected. Food, clothing, shelter, medicine, pure water, and unconditional love and support for all souls. It's our birthright to have peace and prosperity, enlightenment. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So thank you for joining, everyone. Those of you who need to go, we'll see you tomorrow. And then those of you who'd like to stay, as you're coming back, you can just kind of stay in that state of receptivity. We're going to gaze at a ghee lamp. And the gods and goddesses love the ghee. It's like gold to them. And they are gold. So they're attracted to it. And then when we're gazing, we can experience perhaps a vision of them or a feeling that they're there or some experience you light up. Maybe a resolution comes to the issues that you're faced with today. So we can have healing energy, and also if any negativity has come up and you just can't release it, you can use it for fuel. Just pour it into the flame and it will get diffused because the divine is coming in and they want something to do. So just dump whatever is not serving you. This is a karmic dumping day. And then I'll just bring the ghee lamp. I'm going to be outside of the camera view for the 9 minutes, which will feel like 9 seconds. So it's so fabulous. Lots of people have great experiences. They see colors and images and all kinds of things. So that's fabulous. So we'll come back when I hear the chime. You might hear it too. It'll be low volume. And then we'll have our shared experiences, questions on the chat. So enjoy your practice. I'm going to adjust the lamp a little bit because so much ghee has already been taken away. So I'll add some. That's how we know the divine has come, is the ghee goes down very quickly. So I'm going to step away, adjust the screen, and then you'll just see the ghee lamp. The lights will be down. Enjoy your practice. You're not going to be like a deer in headlights where your eyes are wide open and you're staring. You're going to be just relaxed, and your attentional energy is going to go back into the middle of your brain. And you're going to imagine seeing or communing with the divine beings in the ghee lamp from your third eye. So just try it out. Just let your intuition do it. Don't work at it too much. Just allow your eyes, these eyes, to gaze relaxed, and then your attentional energy, boom, it's in your third eye. And then you've got the flame in your third eye, you've got the flame in the ghee lamp, and you're doing a dance. So we'll see you in a bit. So the light is going down. And you should be able to see the the light in the ghee lamp. Enjoy your practice, and we'll call you back in a bit. And just relax. You can keep your eyes open or closed. Take note of the experience going on inside of you, the energy, the blessings, the light, the thoughts that are coming of prosperity, peace, freedom. The lights are coming on. And slowly, slowly come back to yourselves. Make your prayer to Dr. Pillai, to all the beings who supported your practice, everyone here. And slowly, slowly come back. Hello, we're back. So thanks everyone for joining. We'll see you, those of you who need to go, we'll see you tomorrow. And then those of you who are going to stay, this is part of the call, which is kind of fun because you can post your questions on the chat or share your experiences. There have been some amazing experiences, spiritually speaking, as well as miracles that are happening in people's lives. In all of this pandemic and all of this uncertain times that we live in, people are experiencing miracles, and that's what it is to hand it over to the divine, meaning that we just show up and then the divine fills us up and then wonderful things happen. So let's take a look at the chat. We've got people from all around the world. That's awesome. Lots of gratitude, attitude of gratitude, being grateful means that you are full of greatness. So awesome. Keep it up. Okay. Melanie is saying, I have a prayer request for my husband who is sick, who's stuck in Dubai. I need prayers that he returns safely to Canada before this month end. Well, here's the thing. In any prayer that we put here in the chat, it's already done because we're surrounding ourselves with peace, prosperity, protection for us and everyone on the earth plane and on other planes as well, because there are ancestors who live in the spiritual realms, as well as all the goddesses and gods and so on. So just different levels of consciousness, different levels of experience. So this is a great prayer request. And then know that you're putting it there like a text message and you're sending it to the divine. And all this energy, all this focus, this peace, prosperity means that everything is going to happen in divine time. Everything will happen perfectly. And he will be safe and he will be able to come to Canada and he will have a smooth journey. So put that in your consciousness as Dr. Ply shares. Manifest what you want to happen versus all the worry or anxiety around it. Oh, is it going to happen? Isn't it going to happen? Please don't live in hypothetical land. Live in what you want to manifest. And then the goddess will have direction. That's what Shreem does. Gives you direction. That's your goal. And then Brzee births the prosperity consciousness. So prosperity is health and happiness and wellness and everything is smooth. You're in the right place at the right time, thinking, saying, and doing the right thing. So you've birthed heaven on earth. It's all happening beautifully. So it's great that you're popping your prayer there, Malini, and then God bless your husband. And look at all the people who have responded, prayers, prayers, prayers. So that's the beauty of coming to this community as well, is because people love to pray for people, especially if they don't know them, because there's no attachment. And when there's no attachment, it's like it can manifest very quickly. So it's praying. Subhash is saying, please, My Lord, help, heal, and guide all of us sail through this testing time. So Subhash, I want to share something that Dr. Pillai, or reiterate what he shared. The message is, we are being guided. This is because the divine is doing it. So God is doing everything, and everything is happening because of God. Jesus said the same thing. Everybody, all the masters say the same thing. It sounds very simple. However, it is. God is inside of you. God is inside of everyone. So God is doing what God needs to do. It's just our karmic thoughts get in the way. And then all the big question marks: who, what, where, when, how, why, and so on. So we're already being guided because we're here. And the Lord is inside of us. And the Lord is inside of Dr. Pillai a kabillion-fold, because he's the power source that can handle that kind of intelligence. He's the guiding light for us to diffuse all the doubts. So we are already on the ship, and we're sailing with Dr. Pillai. Whether you just come one time or you come, all the time here to the practice, you're there. Otherwise, how would you get here? He's calling the souls who know that this is going to be something that they can participate in for upliftment of humanity as well. Maybe you didn't want to think you were signing up for that, but this is it. So we're not making you to do anything anyways, because it's free. You can come or go. Praying for the people in India, absolutely. Veronica is saying here, we have over 100 people. Please hit the like button and show your support. Oh, yeah. See, I don't know how this works. Thank you. See, someone has more consciousness, and it happens to be Veronica. Hashtag Brzee economy. So yeah, hit the like button, everybody. Oh, 147 showed up. Great, Bhairavi. Thank you for catching that. The people of Bengal, India, where the cyclone is coming as well, lots of people have been evacuated from seaside and other vulnerable areas, pray to God. So that's what we are doing. We are asking, we're appealing to the divine, come in and bring peace to the world. So no matter what is going on, people are going to be protected. They're going to be peaceful in Mother Nature's hiccup. And perhaps it might just be that the cyclone goes away and everybody can just go back. That's what we want to manifest. So we don't want to be in, oh gosh, uncertainty, because that's already a given. So let's do something extraordinary, especially with this group. You're all so highly evolved, and all you want to do is help anyone who is in need. That's what spiritual people want to do, naturally. So that's what we can do. We can appeal to the divine, which we have, and then collectively we can hold the space and imagine just all that is going away. And then even if it does, it will be like a rain versus totally wiping it out. And then protecting everyone for sure. Lots of thank yous. Alice is saying, thank you, namaste. Chanting lights up like a thunderbolt in my mind, in my midbrain. That's cool. So that's what we're here to do, is to raise the vibrations, the Kundalini energy. All the chakras are aligned. They're all breathing out anything that isn't serving us, and then breathing in that which is going to uplift us. So it's not just psychological, it's an energy, and it's fire, and it's purifying us. And then it comes up, it culminates at the third eye, and then it just pops open, the third eye, like a gate. This cup, like a chalice, the Holy Grail. And then the divine just pours in all that beautiful grace and blessings, protection, and so on. So really, we're already in a stream of meditation. It's a different state of consciousness that we tap into. It's there already. We just tap into it We hammer away at Shreem Brzee and we ask it, don't let my thoughts get carried away. If we're chanting too slowly, our thoughts are thinking, oh, the grocery list, the laundry, oh, what's going to happen in the world? Am I going to work? Am I not going to work? And so on. Is my business going to fail? Am I going to fail? Am I going to get sick? So all these thoughts come, but when we're chanting at a pretty good clip, then the energy is there. It overrides all that. It's kind of like it blows it away. It keeps it away. So the breath, we don't even know we're breathing or not when we're chanting that fast. And we're doing it focused. So it's not like, we're not slurring it. We are really bringing that energy of creativity, the E sound. So Shreem and Brzee, those sounds are for creation. So people say, well, how do I create a better reality? You just did. You said your prayer, your God or goddess only knows what you want. And then you just call them. That's all we need to do. We just surrender it to them, give it to them, and they will always make it a better manifestation. We always think, oh, but I didn't, I wanted the manifestation to be this or that. And all of a sudden you just say, okay, I don't even know, but I need a house, a car, a relationship, whatever it is that you want, health, well-being, new job, new business. And then you just can't believe, wow, it's so much better than what I envisioned. So that's what the divine will do. It's unlimited. So when we surrender, it's not like being a slave to it. It's like you're going to do a better job. Kali is saying here, thank you. The session released more fears on the virus. Very emotional and teary. I feel better now. That's awesome. So Kelly and everybody else, we don't know that we're absorbing all of that from our environment too. Even if we don't go out, we're still absorbing it. It's still in our neighborhood and in our community, in our grocery stores, those places of essential services that are still open. To the public, we're absorbing it all. And then people who are, really stressed out, they just pour that into those places, and you walk in and you go, whoa, I feel sick. For me, I'm so sensitive that when I come away from my shopping, that I try to do really fast or as fast as possible, because you still have to keep the distance and you have to look on the floor and see the feet where you can stand and stuff. And I'm just chanting the whole time and protect me. And I'm always buying bags of lemons and limes. I hold on to them, as surrogate technology for those people who are new, and absorbs the negativity and keeps my energy going. But when I come back, I just felt, whoa, I just went into a big vortex, a cyclone of energy. It's pretty cuckoo-luckoo. So, you pick up the fears and anxieties of everyone too. So that might be it. And then it triggers your own stuff that you haven't really dealt with around the virus, around death, around stuff that's happened. So really, COVID-19 is the thing that will actually awaken us. And I kind of think it's better than a world war where, if they all push the buttons, poof, it would be gone. So it's something that will awaken us, and then it will help us to evolve internally, and then we'll see how it goes as we get out there afterwards. At Saina Kumaran is saying, thank you, Sucharita. Felt like watching Babaji's feet inside the ghee lamp. Oh, beautiful. All glory to my Guru Babaji. Yes, nice. He was very present today. Rasra evolution enzyme, prayers and healing light to all. Nice. Minaz, welcome, is saying here, hello, this is my first time here. What an amazing experience. Stay blessed. Hey, you too. Come back again. Judy Engel or Bhairavi is saying the goddess was very present tonight. The flame was surrounded by radiant pinks and purples. Just received news a friend with cancer now is cancer free. Wow. That's amazing. That's the miracles that we love to hear. Suzanne is saying heaven on earth for all, especially Maria, her dad, and family. Beautiful. Some days I just fall asleep during the meditation until the end. Need to stay awake more often. Well, this is what happens, Sharat, and everyone else. Is some days we'll feel like we're bang on with our meditation and we're totally alert. And other days, oh my God, where did we go? Other days, knocked out completely, so tired. So it depends on the day, the energy of the day, how you're doing. So every single meditation practice or chanting practice or ritual that you do is going to be unique in and of itself because we're evolving. We're not in a lab. We're in life, the earth plane, and everything that's happening to the earth and its inhabitants, 8 billion of us plus or minus. And this is our earth karma. So we're in the karma of the earth and we got our karma. We're surrounded by karma of the people in our lives and so on. So it's a breathing in and out of this karmic process, individually and collectively and earth-wise, hurling through space, trying to evolve as well. And then all these planetary beings are supporting the process. They're evolving. So the universe is a never-ending story. It's continually evolving. So we can have heavenly realms for all of us to experience in and outside. So it's a big energy. So if you can stay awake, fine, and take more water. And in fact, that's what we share. And thanks for reminding me, is that we must do our self-care. So drink more water. If you need to get more rest, get more rest. I find that when I'm doing these chanting challenges that I get less sleep, although I feel more rested and energy to do other things. So you might feel a combination of all of that. Some people might just feel like, oh my God, I slept through the whole challenge, but my whole life changed. Fun. Yay. Good for you. Other people might say, oh my God, it was just a nightmare. Good for you too, because you're seeing that all your life, maybe you're not looking at it face on, but Shreem Brzee is saying, okay, bring it to the surface, that energy that's blocking you and has for your whole life, give it to me, burn it away, because you're here, you're doing the practice, you're going to do your chanting in the day 1,008 times in the morning, 1,008 times sometime in the afternoon, and then again in the evening, listening to Dr. Pillai. He's got YouTubes, he's got audios, so much out there for free, and then have it playing 24/7. And that's going to stir up a lot of stuff, but that's good because it needs to be cleared away before the goddess can help you to manifest. So clarity is creation, as Dr. Pillai says, and it makes sense. You cannot create anything if you're not clear about what you want to create. Beautiful experience. Listra is saying powerful. Lots of thank yous. Sangeeta is saying, started by yawning continuously. I just couldn't stop yawning even after an early morning shower. But the moment we started chanting, it just disappeared. Feel so energized. And that's what it is too, is you can do some exercise, light exercise, stretching. Yawning, sneezing, coughing those are all good signs that we're trying to expand. We're trying to open up everything. So that the divine can come in, releasing things. So when we do yawn, it's a sign that energy is coming in. Hiccuping, hic, you can't control that. You can't control yawning. You can't control hiccuping. You can't even control coughing. You can try to hold it down, but eventually you go away and cough, 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 cough. So those kinds of things are indicators that you're just releasing whatever is no longer serving you. You're trying to open up to the divine. So that's a good sign that the divine is a lot of energy coming in. Alice is saying, thank you for putting the big picture of Dr. Fly back up behind you. You're very welcome. And I'll have to remember to put it up again because I have another call with the kids tomorrow with phonemic intelligence. So I'll put it back up though. I love it too. And why I love it so much is because he's looking up. And what is he looking up? He could be looking up to the heavens, that's fine. But he is so committed to us looking up into our brain. And what are we receiving? Because the brain is just a big receiver. It's a receiver of thought forms that are all around us, and then thought forms that are coming from up inside of us, thought forms from the genes we share with our ancestors. So thoughts are not something that you can really control. We have about 35 to 40 thoughts or 50 thoughts a minute. They've done studies. So a minute is 60 seconds. That's like a thought a second. When is there ever a break? When you're chanting a mantra, it protects you from being bombarded by all those thoughts. Even if it's just 1 minute that we could have out of this time together, where it's so pure and it's so potent and you don't even know where your head went, your arm went, your body went. It was just, you shifted dimensions and you're just in a different state. And that's all it takes to then get that intelligence from wherever it came, integrated into your body, mind, and soul, and then have that grow inside of you and attract more of it. So Brzee economy, yes. Oh, it's hashtag Shreem Brzee economy. Okay, great. We've got both. Awesome. Faraz is saying, thank you, Sucharita. Today's entire flame was like a blinding light with an orange orb around it, surrounding it, and an image on top of the orb, which is Babaji. Oh, wow. That's awesome. I hope you snapped a picture. People take pictures of the ghee lamp. It's something just says, okay, just take a picture. And then they send them to me, or they post, and I ask them, please post it on Facebook or wherever you do post things to show people that the divine is here. Because people don't know. They don't have a clue. They don't have any guidance on it. Did that really happen? Yeah. Because this is just, it's a ghee lamp. But when everybody's focusing on it and we're asking the divine to come in, and the divine does come, and we're all there, we're just like, oh, okay, I'm grooving with you. And then it will reveal. So that's beautiful for us. Kalyani is saying, the flame is, yes, Judy, the flame is so very pink, 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 so beautiful. Am I the most luckiest person to be with Babaji? Or what? Thank you, Sucharita. The rest of you guys and gals, our celebration has started. That's awesome. It's interesting because when the sun was setting here, just prior to me jumping, I had another call before this one. And I just peeked out the window in the west direction, and the whole sky was lit up with these beautiful, like pink and red and purple. And I went, oh, Shreem Brzee, there you are. So we'll start to experience the divine in nature. And we'll just, like, how else would I couldn't time that beautiful view just as the sun is setting and the whole sky is lighting up. And I just happen to walk in and boom, there it is. Because we know how fast that goes down and goes dark. So I had done pradosham, I had done my pouring of water, milk, or juice onto the Shiva Lingam. And then I was making the prayers that everybody's karma get removed on the whole earth plane. We just need to understand that and people will think, oh, this is outrageous. You can't, how can you pray like that? Well, why not? Why not? Who else is gonna? So we can just commit to the whole earth plane is heaven. And if enough of us say that and be that and experience it inside of us, as it is inside of us, so it is outside of us, and as above, so it is here on the earth plane. And that's when you get to that state and you just say, let it be so, divine. You must do it. So that's beautiful confirmation of the pinks and the purples and the lovely colors. She was here. Varsha is saying, I feel so happy. It's great to hear that from you. Lovely. Sucharita, do we do so much to keep the practice, meditate, chant, write, visualize. Then it said it's only about breathing, breathe in and out, and you can have it all. How does that make sense? Well, you have to prepare yourself, Sushmita. So yes, it is only about breathing in and out, but look at all the karma that comes and hammers us every second, every millisecond, every fraction of a second. So we're constantly being bombarded by the thoughts of yourself coming up from previous lifetimes. How can you predict that that is coming up? No, the energy is there. And all of a sudden you think a thought and you go, oh, I was just trying to focus on my breath. So we need to keep doing the chanting. The chanting of the mantra means to protect your mind from being distracted on your breath. And what is the breath? The Holy Spirit. What is the breath? Shreem Brzee. What is the breath? God, goddess, any god, goddess, any spiritual master. So the breath is the subtle realm that is part of the collective unconscious that is it's knocking at us all the time. It's saying, hey, knock, 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 ringing our bells, ringing our doors, trying to get in so that we will open the door and say, oh, come on in. That's all really what we have to do, not, think only of the breath, that the breath is already there. It's inside of you. What do you think is keeping you alive? What's making your heart to beat? What's making you to breathe? What's making you to be alert, aware? Those are the kinds of things that we want to get into, that realm, because that's more interesting. So keep up your practice. So everyone's saying be safe until tomorrow evening. Great. Okay, consciousness creates matter, so let's create heaven on earth now. Absolutely. Beautifully said. That's the last message posted to the chat. So thank you so much, everyone, for participating in this beautiful practice that all we need to do is show up. And in our prayers before we go off to sleep or whatever it is that you're going to do, just, thank Shreem Brzee for calling on you. You're aligned with that energy for some reason. So it's gold. So hold on to that gold. It's something that will bring in the divine all the time. And then chanting or listening to Shreem Brzee as often as you can throughout the day. Have it playing on another audio device. And just can be playing on low volume. The vibrations are what we want to create in the space. So then when we go in, it's easy to chant. We'll just be in that consciousness right away. And we'll be just having like a shower of Shreem Brzee energy. And then that will help to wake us up. Halba Martinez is saying, Namaste, I can't thank you enough. Just hearing that you are praying for the removal of everyone's karma brought tears to my eyes. Oh, yeah, we can pray. That's pretty much all we can do, right? So it's not that I'm praying or anyone here, everyone does pray. The pray is your intention. If your intention is for the good of all, then that's the prayer. And then Shreem Brzee comes, Dr. Ply's energy holds you steady, aligns you with Shreem Brzee, then the miracle happens. So God bless everyone around the world who may be faced with natural calamities. Let's hope that it gets diffused or dispersed or redirected, diverted. And then it can be just karma light, a light drizzle. So with that, God bless you all. See you tomorrow night, and Shreem Brzee. Bye-bye.